Hey guys, this is Tom with DraftMagic.com, and I'm back here Sunday for the uh, Premier Event Standard. So very excited to be taking our Bant control deck through an actual Premier Event. Um, it's been a long time since we've done a fair amount of videos, but very happy to kind of get back out there. After playing a couple games last night, and after the most recent recording, made a couple changes. One of the things that I'm really liking about this version of the band control is that Tamiyo is just doing a lot of work. Very, very happy with Tamiyo. I guess in some of the games I've been playing, I really sort of preferred to have Tamiyo over Jace. Jace, while still being, very powerful planeswalker, just wasn't exactly what I was looking for. I may end up changing it back, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to kind of really capture more value out of Augur of Bolas. And so I'm trying something. I'm not sure if it's going to be the right move or not. It's a little bit more towards kind of getting more spells in the deck. And so I added in Azorius Charm, which I think is going to help more against some of the aggro matchups. Brought in 4 copies of Think Twice. And I think with this, and then having the third Terminus, we're able to, much more reliably wipe the board. So pretty much, wipe the board, drop Tamiyo or Garrick to clean up, and then kind of go from there and get a lot of advantage here with Sphinx's Revelation. So the other change that I made to the board, I added in a little bit more utility. I brought in Crushing Vines and Sundering Growth, kind of as a way to deal with either artifacts like Runechanter's Pike. Crushing Vines also doubles as a way of getting rid of Restoration Angel, which can be really pesky. And then also Sundering Growth in case you're running to something like Collective Blessing. There's a couple nasty enchantments that are out there. Omniscience is something that I've seen more in the, I think it's called the Thragfire Omnidor deck, which is popping up now, and is a pretty cool deck. But learning a little bit more how to kind of play against that. Also bringing in the triple negate. I was thinking about running Dispel, but I realized that we have a lot of mana in this deck, and so we have a lot of access to a little bit more mana, and I think that negate is just stops so many more cards. Being able to stop Rakdos Return, being able to stop Bonfire of the Damned. There's just a number of other cards I really do want to be able to stop. Slaughter Games. And then most importantly, to be able to counter opposing Sphinx's Revelations. Just because there's a lot of decks out there right now that are using 3, if not 4 copies of Sphinx's Revelation. Just because, the card advantage that you get off Revelation and the life you gain is just, it's ridiculous. You're getting 7, 8, 9 cards on a regular basis, if not 10 or 11. And, kind of with that, I really want to have access to shut down opposing Revelations. So this is kind of sort of where we're at right now. It certainly could and probably will change. I took out the Restoration Angel mostly because I wanted to fit in some extra card draw with the charms. Now, Restoration Angel is still great, when in tandem with Thragtusk or Augur of Bolas to kind of get more stuff, but it doesn't really do anything on its own. It's just sort of, I guess, sort of an average blocker, and it dies to all of our removal, which we will certainly be using. So, not sure if it's correct, but we're going to try it out for this tournament. But anyways, we will see you guys here for round 1 shortly. Hey guys, here we are for the first round. All right. And very happy with this hand. It's got enough mana to do stuff, think twice, to hopefully get to something. And really excited to be in our first Premier Event Standard. So I'm really hoping our deck does well, but either way, very happy to be playing in an event like this. So we could be up against like American Flash here, red, white, blue, potentially maybe 4-color rights. There's a lot of options out there now. Oh, and actually, that was a misplay. I forgot. We have Think Twice in the yard. Still getting used to that card there. So it looks like we are up against American Flash here. Or maybe some kind of 4-color. Yeah, so now I'm just kicking ourselves we didn't get a chance to think twice here. But that's okay. I haven't seen this deck with Lingering Souls, so I'm not sure exactly if it's some kind of 4-color variant or what this is exactly. Chandra. Interesting. So I guess they can make a lot of tokens. We can just Terminus. We could drop Tameo here. Could also drop Augur and then Think Twice. I guess with Chandra you can slowly start working away at Tameo, but yeah, I guess I think I'm going to play Augur here instead. Then if we really want to, we can just use the charm on a token. But I think I'd rather just draw a card here since we've got Terminus anyways. And I think here we're just going to think twice. See what he does. Now, since he's got blue mana up, we're definitely just going to Supreme Verdict here, not risk the Terminus. So potentially like a reanimator deck of some kind. Maybe just 4-color without green for reanimator. Chandra is definitely going to be an issue though, without main deck removal other than just creature attacks. So here, while he's tapped out, I think we're just going to go big on Revelation. So we'll draw 5. Really rather do it on his turn to get the extra cards, but at the same time, yeah, we'll probably have some land we can discard. So realistically, I guess we're drawing 5. Probably discarding a land or 2. Could either do that or we could just Terminus here. We are at kind of low life, although Revelation will help that. I think I'm just going to Revelation here. It's a good chance we'll draw a couple land. So he could just be trying to get there with Lingering Souls, which is certainly valid. So here we can either just drop Thragtusk, wait for him to go with a little bit more Lingering Souls, and then have a way to deal with Chandra. Or we could just Terminus here again, but then Chandra's going to be building up a little bit. I think since we're at 14, we don't want to take more unnecessary damage. So I think we do probably just want to Terminus first here. If he's got negate, we're definitely in a little bit of trouble. Then hopefully he taps down enough, because if he had the counter spell there, he would have used it with 2 mana. So if he goes down to 2 mana, we can safely Revelation. But I think we're just going to drop Thragtusk next turn. And we're getting very close to, actually we can just go Thragtusk, Tamiyo. So I guess he's not sure if he wants to Lingering Souls here and leave himself open again, but I think that's fine. He's definitely getting a lot of mileage out of his Faithless Looting, that's for sure. Okay, so bumping the knight, so he's just kind of a burn you out plan. And here he's going to Lingering. Yeah. Which is just fine. So now we can just Terminus again and be in a good spot. Since we're going to have only enough mana for 4 afterwards, we could even Augur of Bolus and see if we, get something. But we're going to Terminus first here. Oh, that's very nice. So you got an extra Verdict back up. But I think we got enough card draw here. I think we're just going to pick up the Verdict. We can get the Think Twice. I think it's probably good to have Verdict as backup. Might have been better to get Think Twice. Not sure. So our plan next turn is to go Tamiyo Thragtusk. And he's just continuing on this. Yeah, so I'm glad I picked up the Verdict. You could theoretically have like Izzet Charm. So I think we're going to play Tamiyo first. And if he wastes all of his energy killing Tamiyo, I'm actually fine with that. Okay, so interesting choice. He's aiming for us instead of Tamiyo. I guess this is a great time to use Sphinxes. Revelation. So here I think we're just gonna use Tameo to tap down the gutter snipe and then bash in and then verdict and then gain some life. Okay, so now we go ahead and draw 4, I think. And then next turn we can just go big with our second revelation. Okay, there's the gutter snipe. Now I think we just, see, we tap down, gutter snipe. What's the play? I think we just Sphinx's Revelation for a lot here. We could drop Garrick. Doesn't really help us though. I think we just want to gain as much life as possible. I'm kind of worried about doing it as on his upkeep because he could have, like, is it charm? I think we can just discard the excess land. But I mean, we'll be drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'd rather do it on his turn. I guess we can do it in response to what he does next turn. Let's see. So if we drop Garrick, start getting some threats on the table. Otherwise, Revelation should hopefully allow us to nuke the board next turn. I think we want to use Tameo to lock down the gutter snipe. He's going to probably try to copy bump in the night. So I think we just sit, actually. Okay, so we're just going to respond with Revelation to whatever he casts. What could he have? He could have Dissipate. So this will take us to 3. Then he can respond with Searing Spear to finish us. So we have to essentially act now. I think we leave 2 mana up. Actually, we could leave 3 mana if he's got Syncopate. That still gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 life. So we go to 16. Let's see, we take 3, 6, 10, 15. We drop to 1. So if he doesn't have Syncopate, well, let's see. So if he has Is-It Charm. I think we do 1 more. And he had the negates. Ugh, we should have done it on our last turn. That was definitely a mistake. Yep, that's going to do it. All right. So what are we bringing in? We're bringing in Detention Sphere for his guys. Negate. Centaur Healer. Rest in peace. Tamio doesn't really do a lot. What else can we cut? Probably Think Twice. So we're bringing in Rest in Peace. Garrick doesn't really do what we need to. I mean, Garrick is fine, but I think that it's not really what we're looking for. Probably shave a forest. Maybe cut down to 2 Terminus. Actually, I guess with more creatures, well, maybe cut down to 1 Terminus there and run it like that. Okay, gonna be on the play. So yeah, looking in hindsight in that last game, we should have done Sphinx's Revelation on our own turn to get around Negate. Part of the problem is we don't really know what his deck list consists of. But it's like a 4-color, just straight direct damage kind of deck. Now we've got a Verdict already. Let's pick up a Farseek, try to pick up the curve here a little bit. So now we have answers for Chandra if he gets it down with the detention sphere, and then we've got negate back up. Gutter Snipe is a royal pain in the ass. But I think I'd rather just Terminus here than deal with, and then we can save our detention sphere for Chandra. So it seems like Gutter Snipe is kind of his engine. Lingering Souls, don't really care about that. Guess it's kind of annoying. I suppose we could have saved it for detention sphere, but I'm fine doing it this way. We'll give him the option to block, and then we're going to go ahead and just drop a second Thragtusk. He's going to get some damage in, but I mean, we're still going to push pretty hard here. Alright, so now we can just go ahead, use the sphere aggressively with negate back up. So if he tries to unsummon, we just negate. And that's going to do it. Anything else that we saw we want to switch around here? May want to put the extra Terminus in. Well, rest in peace, Bolus. Yeah, I think I'm actually still pretty happy with how we've got it set up. Terminus not being quite as strong just because he's got the negate back up. Pretty happy with this open. So like now if he drops Gutter Snipe, we just detention sphere it. I guess we could Verdict here. It seems kind of wasted. Same with the Detention Sphere. I think we can ride it out a little bit and then just drop Thragtusk next turn. But at the same time, you know, not 100% what we want to do. if we detention sphere, we are going to definitely buy ourselves more time, and we do have Sphinx's Revelation. I think I actually do want to be proactive with the detention sphere. Whoops. I don't want to just let him get nickel and diming us. And there's the negate, so it's good to get that out of the way. Now we definitely just verdict. The next turn, if we stuff it all. Oh wow, interesting. I guess we really do need Tameo. Okay. Let's see, what do we have in terms of a plan? I don't know that we have much. We've got one Terminus. We have Azorius Charm, we can bounce it. So I think we want to drop down the Thragtusk here. Whoops. And then just try to buy as much time as possible here. Here we can just Revelation for 4. Could just Bolus and Thragtusk, but I think Revelation for 4 is actually what we want to do. Well, we have an opening, definitely happy to Revelation. Now I think we want to start off with a Thragtusk. We could Farseek here, but I think he could have like, is it Charm, and also just rather get Bolus on the board. So there's the Azorius Charm we were looking for. So if he has Negate, this could get a little bit awkward. So I think we bash in Let's see, we could augur bolus to up our chances of having negate for his negate. And we definitely do want the negate. Well, we could just verdict. I think we do want the negate, actually. And I suppose we can set up a bigger turn next turn, actually. So now we can just attention sphere. This works beautifully. And with negate back up, we should be in a good spot. Okay, I guess that's fine. And now we can just gain a bunch of life. As long as we're up on time, we should be in a good spot here. And that should do it. Okay, so we will see you for round 2.